Hello, everybody. I'm going to wait just a second and then get our Instagram link to go live. I have a ton of stuff here on the table to talk to you about. But then one update first before we move on to everything else. You may have seen on our social media recently where we were posting about Fermina and posting some updates to their formulations that we strongly disagreed with and that we were going to pull the line over. And Fermina came back to us and was making changes to their formulation and said some things to us that they were going to, we would not be seeing the product with whole wheat and chicken in single ingredient lines. And lo and behold, today we discovered that they are filtering that product in. And so you will know if you turn over your bag and if you happen to have come across product, we have pulled everything from our stores that has been affected. But if you turn over your product and it has whole wheat or it has chicken added where it shouldn't have chicken added. So like if you have a pumpkin formula and it's lamb and not a chicken, and does have dehydrated chicken in it, you can bring that back to our store, even if you bring it back in a trash bag. I don't care how you bring it back. We will be happy to refund your money and find you another formulation that will work for you. I do not know when Fermina will have the formulations in that do not have those ingredients included. And quite frankly, at this point, it's just going to be a matter of you moving to a new food and finding something that works for your pet, because I can't bank on any kind of timing for when they're going to get the new formulations in that do not include the dehydrated chicken or the whole wheat. So I'm sorry for that. I feel tremendously misled by Fermina, and they know that. We've had phone conversations this morning and not very happy right now. But you can know that everything that we have on our shelves today or had on our shelves today that had affected product has been pulled. It is in the back. If you still want to buy it, if you are okay, they are saying that it was sourced from Italian contractors and that the ingredients were, the ingredients were from Europe, which I will say the European sourcing is a lot better than the US sourcing. So I will give them that. But it still is what it is. And it's something they never should have done. And we just are where we are. So if you have affected product that you want to bring back to us, please don't hesitate to do that. We are happy to take it back, and we're happy to switch it out for something different, to a different line. One of the lines that has been wonderful through all of this is Carnivore. But as you might expect, we have so many people jumping over to Carnivore that is kind of creating a little bit of a production issue on their end. We do have some other foods available. We also have gently cooked, and we have raw diets. And maybe it's a time that you look at those products and see if maybe those will be okay for your pets. We'll be happy to talk to you about anything that we carry up here at the store, but I really did just want to kind of let you guys know what we found out. And when I tell you it happened moments ago, I saw a post from another retailer that they were starting to see affected products. So I came straight to the store and started pulling product. And then I immediately called Fermina. So there we go. But let's talk about this snowstorm that's headed our way. And I guess it's not really snow at this point. I think it is mostly ice. But I wanted to offer you guys some tips, first of all, and then I'm going to show you some ways that you can occupy your pet that's going to have to probably be indoors at least Sunday. But I'm going to estimate Sunday, Monday, maybe even Tuesday. The weather's going to be really bitterly cold. So if you don't have coats for your pets, it's a great time to come out and get coats. We have pretty good stock left as we had just done some restocking of all of our coats. So both store locations have coats and sweaters, and that would be a great way to stock up on some things. Because if you go outside and you're cold, they're going to be real cold too. And we have ways to keep them warm during all of this winter. The other thing I would say is if you have a pet that will accept them, we do have Wag Wellies available at both store locations. These are their winter ones, their winter boots, and they have socks that go with them. Um, but if your pet won't accept these and any kind of sock, we also have socks available. If they won't accept any of those, we would recommend cleaning their paws with grooming wipes when they come in, and then putting wax on their paw wax on their paws just to keep them soft, keep them from cracking. All of this cold, dry weather and the ice melts that are used out there are all really going to affect their paws. And so, to keep their paws from getting really upset and getting painful, this is a great way to keep them soft and conditioned. We have plenty of paw wax at both store locations as well. So I highly recommend that as an alternative to boots if you have a pet that's not going to be accepting of boots. The other thing I would tell you to do is potty. I have little dogs who are really annoying about going out potty, even on a 70-degree sunny day. But this weather, you can imagine it's going to be even crazier. So, a couple of ideas. If you have a garage that is connected to your home, you can get a kiddie pool and fill that with pee pads and make that their potty spot. The other idea is putting down, and this is what we're going to do, put down a tarp on your deck, on the steps to the deck, and then a portion of your backyard so that it can be pulled up once all of the precipitation has fallen, and allow your pet a clearing where they can go outside and go potty without the ice and the snow buildup. It'll just be a nice open space. So definitely consider these things. We also have plenty of pee pads. We have washable pee pads, which is what I love. I am actually going to take home some extras today because just in case, you never know. And a perfect way for my pets not to have to even go outside for a hot minute until everything has fallen and it's not so yucky outside and not so cold. So those are some options for you. For kitty cats who may be outside, I hate for kitty cats to be outside, but I also know that some kitty cats, are feral or semi-feral, and they really won't come in your home no matter what you do. We do have outdoor kitty houses available. We have a lot of heated products available, but this is one of the outdoor kitty houses. Great for your ferals or your kitty cats that just refuse to come inside. This is a great way to be able to keep them warm outside. And we do have fairly good stock of those, especially here at the Battleground location, but we have them at both stores. We have a lot of heated products still available. And I am sorry to say that all of our pause safe ice melt that we expect in today has been promised to customers. So we expect to be sold out of it before it even gets here. It should get here this afternoon, and we expect to be completely sold out of it before it gets here. So I just want to give you guys some tips on things you can do for outside, because outside time is really going to be yucky. It's going to be super yucky on Sunday. And I know if it were me, I wouldn't really want to go outside and potty and all of that unless I was a polar bear, which I know there are some dogs who are. So some other ways you can help keep your pet calm as they have to be indoors and maybe can't run outside and get their wiggles out. So we'll start with kitty cats. So we just got in a brand new shipment of Feel Away Classic and the Feel Away Multi. These are a great pheromone plug-in. They're really good for calming. We also have our kitty gardens available, and those help too. Any of that kind of herbal calming, bringing peace and order to your home, that will be really helpful for kitties who maybe are used to going inside, outside. These are great ways to help calm them inside until they're allowed to go back outside and the cold weather goes away. Interaction 2 would be these fun wands. These are great ways to activate and stimulate your kitty cat. They're used to going outside, chasing prey and chasing the mice and the moles and everything else. So you definitely want to stimulate that side of their brain to help get any of the wiggles out. So we have plenty of these little wands. And then things like these animated toys is another great way for kitty cats. to just feel like that stimulation has been drained. Kitty cats that have that stimulation not drained and not tapped can turn to aggression. They start acting like they want you to pet them and then bite your hand. They need to have some aggression drained, a little bit of energy drained from their body. They've just got too much pent up energy. Um, One more option would be our friends Austin and Cat, the feline formula. This is their CBD, especially for cats. Another great option for some calming and just to bring a little bit more peace to your house in the midst of all this storm. Especially helpful if your power goes out and it maybe gets really cold and everybody has to stay kind of in one area of your home. You want to be prepared for all of that. And they are calling for widespread power outages. Okay, moving on to the doggos, the doggies. We have got a puzzler. And if you've ever seen me talk about the puzzler before, this is so cool because it is a mix and match puzzle. You can make the puzzle different every single time. You can come and get different parts. And then as your pet goes through the puzzle, they have to do certain things. Like they have to open these, they have to slide the tray. And this one, they can't slide this tray until they slide this tray. So they kind of have to be smart about it and figure it out. So this puzzler has some easy things like lick mats where they don't really have to search for anything, but this is nice and soothing. The act of licking releases endorphins and can calm, but then also that stimulation of kind of hunting through different things, allowing them to figure out each little puzzle bracket. So like I said, you can get different puzzle sections to go with this and make them a new puzzle every time they do it. So they're not really outsmarting it as fast. I'm not saying they can't, but if you're making it new every single time and fresh, makes them a lot less likely to be able to outsmart it every single time. We also have fun things like a topple. You can stuff this with a lot of goodies and freeze it if you want to make it last a little bit longer. And give this to them in a place where the floor is cleanable because you don't want them to get food or any kind of other treat that's put down in this all over and make a mess. But this is a great occupation where they just continue to work at it and work at cleaning it out. Don't worry if there are things that they don't get out. You can put this on the top shelf of your dishwasher and get it all cleaned up and and use it again. We have lots of these different items that are great for just filling and using as an occupation. So might take them an hour or two to get through that. Snuffle mats. We've talked a lot about our friends the Paws and Dogs that make the snuffle mats. This is one of theirs. This is a stingray, sassy stingray. So she's all folded up. You can see she's much larger than this. But you put kibble and treats down in these loops. And then again, just another stimulating activity to drain those wiggles in a time when they can't get outside and drain them that way. Another product that's a similar idea, these foraging mats that hook together by our friends at Tall Tales. And they have different textures. This one has kind of petal looking attachment, so the food and the treats would hide underneath it. The same with the grass. And there are 4 or 5 different versions of these, and they all can hook together and create a much larger mat. So a good way to feed your pet if in the midst of all of the snow drama, it's a great activity just to keep them busy and again stimulate their mind, make them think, and make them work for their food so that you can drain some of that energy they would have otherwise gotten out running in the backyard. And then not forgetting that No More Wiggles by Austin and Cat, helping with some CBD. Again, if we all have to be squeezed into kind of a smaller space in our house due to power outage, this is a great product to just help take the edge off and bring some calm to your house. We also love these Progility calming bars. These are similar to the Progility calming chews that we sell. They're just a little bit stronger. You may want to have a few of these on hand, just again to take the edge off and make it a little bit more tolerable if the power should go out and everybody has to be in a tighter quarters. Okay, fun chews and activities for our pets. We love our friends at Primitive Prey And this is their weave, their hide weave that still has the fur on it. And so these are great chews. I know they don't look delightful because they still have the fur attached, but the fur is actually really good for their digestive tract. It's really good for parasite control and just really good chew overall. My dogs love these. They go crazy for these. So we love our friends at Primitive Prey. They're out of Virginia. And they make these products for us and bring them down to us. So they are a great company, and we really love these for chews. Okay, now if you have not seen these products, you are hiding under a rock. But these are great products from our friends at the Wolf. This is their Pupsicle, and this is their Walkabout Ball. The Walkabout Ball you can fill, and you can adjust the ease of the treat or the food or whatever is going to fall out of here. You can adjust the difficulty level. You can make it easier, you can make it hard, and then they knock it around and knock it out again, giving them activity in the house, giving them something to do and to work for. This Walkabout Ball is really cool. I also love the Pupsicle. The Pupsicle comes, you can buy these balls and put them down in here, and it takes about 5 to 10 minutes. If you freeze them, it can take a little bit longer to work on, but these are great to go down in here just to again give them an activity. The calming balls can just help take the edge off. They're not going to completely calm your pet, but they can help with just the edge. So we love Pupsicle products. They have all kinds of products. They have their puzzle treats that go down in the Walkabout Ball. You can also use them in their little nunchucks here. I think I have. Or maybe I don't have that one. I also have their lick mat, which is really cool. You mix the mix in here and then pour it all over the outside for them to work at. Put it in the freezer to make it harder. So really cool lick mat. You just mix it in here, take a spoon and spoon it all over here, and then put it in the freezer and have them work at it. And again, that comes with a calming mix as well. And then they have their dental chews, their pure collagen that goes in there. They have a biting brush. They have their bully safe, which is, you put these down in there and it holds the bully stick, keeps it from becoming a choke hazard for your pet. Another great chew is our friends from Yak 9. We love their Himalayan chews. We have plenty of these in stock. We also have our collagen chews from Wagon Bright. We just got another box today, so we have those in stock. Great chews, great entertainment during all of this bad weather. One other thing you might consider if you have an outdoor kitty that needs to come inside and you're having to keep them inside is providing them a place for scratching. You don't want them to come and get all of your furniture while they're having to be completely contained. So scratching post, we also have some cardboard scratchers, some cardboard bowls that they can scratch at as well. But you want to provide them something so that they have an outlet for needing to scratch their claws. Here's another one. Cute little cactus. But, you know, great for nails, much better than your furniture. Oh, and then if you do go out in the cold and you take your pet and take them outside for a potty break or take them outside for a walk because y'all are just going stir crazy, a great way to help your pet warm back up would be to slightly warm some bone broth. Now, you need to be able to put your finger in it comfortably. I don't want you giving them a boiling bowl of bone broth. That is not the intent. You want to have something that is gently warmed. Just kind of think over room temperature to help warm them up. Bone broth is great, a great way to do that. It's a good treat for them. And kind of like you coming home and having a cup of hot tea, it's a great way to just help them warm up slightly after they've had to be outside in this cold weather. Okay, We are so busy and we are still accepting deliveries. We plan to run deliveries through tomorrow afternoon. So you can still go to our website. You can place deliveries for any of the things that I've talked about here today. They're going to be on our website and you can get them delivered to your home within our delivery radius. It's up to 12 miles of each store location. So we cover a good part of Guilford County and we will get that to your door. Anything after that comes in after 1 o'clock tomorrow, we're just going to have to see about. We've got to see how the weather plays out. I am anticipating right now we likely will have to be closed on Sunday just out of safety for my staff and for our customers. We don't want to be open at a time when it's too treacherous out there on the roads. But we will be playing it by ear as well. If it appears that we can be open on Sunday, then of course we'll have some people at both store locations if we can. And our social media is going to be the best place to stay tuned on what our opening will be and what that's going to look like as we move forward. So definitely stay tuned to our social media. I will be manning the phones all weekend. So people call and ask if we are open or not. I will be the one answering the calls to let our customers know when and what time they can expect our doors to reopen. I'm hoping that's Monday morning. I don't want this to be a long drawn out storm, but it does sound like we have some real potential at some real dangerous conditions. So we want everybody to stay safe. And of course, we want everybody's pets to be safe as well. Come and see us. We'll be open till 8 o'clock tonight. We open at 9 o'clock tomorrow. And then when we close, we'll just have to see when it starts rolling in as to what decision we make about closing. I've not made any of those firm decisions just yet because it's just going to kind of depend on how tomorrow rolls and when the precipitation starts. So have a fabulous afternoon. I hope you guys are getting everything you need ahead of the storm. And my motto is if you get really, really prepared, then it won't happen. So let's get really, really prepared so it won't happen. It was one thing when it was going to be snow, but when we're looking at ice like this, that's when it just becomes really scary. So just get over prepared and then we'll know it's not going to happen. It'll be so much better. Y'all have a fabulous night and stay safe this weekend in the midst of all of it. And just look for updates from us on social media as we move through all of this. Y'all have a wonderful day.